Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to day 3 of the Share the Love Challenge. In these videos, I'm doing a video a day for 14 days that are all tangles that include hearts. If you are just tuning in for the first time today, please go back and watch the preview video or video of day number 1, and that will explain where you can get the printouts. They are also linked in the description of this video, but there's the printouts and then all of the materials that you need. Basically, if you just have a pen and paper, you can do this. You don't have to do it on this little poster that I've created. Okay, so this is a little poster, and then there's also 2 printouts of little squares to practice in. So if you're following along, you can do this. If you're doing it in a little drawing book, fantastic. Again, you don't have to do what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to move these aside, and we are going to go to day number 3. Pick up my black pen, and for this one, I forgot to put number 2 over here. For this one, we are going to be doing heart twig. All right, let me see if I can zoom in without being crazy here. Okay, heart, twig, and this is by Barbara. Duel Johnson, a CZT. Okay. This is such a fun one, you guys. All right, so to make heart twig, I'm going to put in a couple of little curvy lines. They don't have to match. They don't have to be, beside each other. We're just going to draw on them. And it can go this way. It doesn't matter. All right, so heart twig is putting these little heart shapes along this line. But we do one on that side, and then we do one on that side. So I'm going to do a couple of those on this top line. Look how cute it is already. Okay, then she adds these little leaf patterns that are just like little teardrops, and are pointy at one end and then round. And she does a double, so she does one and then one around the outside edge. One this way and then a bigger one. This way and a bigger. And then she sometimes adds these little like reflections on the heart. So that is heart twig. It's just these hearts with the little leaves. Pretty simple, pretty beautiful. So I'm going to do one more of those right here. I'm going to play around with making those little leaf things a little bit larger. And then in some of them, she does these little flicks of her pen to add some texture in the middle. I'm going to do one down here. So these are just variations. So if you're familiar with the Zentangle method of drawing, it's using these simple lines to create beautiful shapes and patterns. but you are free to enhance them or change them in any way. So one of the variations she does is instead of doing that little double rounded leaf, she puts in like a pointy leaf. I forgot to add room, but sometimes you could just put in a couple of hearts there. And maybe you leave the bottom off. Could also aura the heart. On some of them, she adds orbs to the side. And I think it'd be cute to add like a little spiral. So a very fun one to play with. Heart twig. All right, let's add it to our poster. I feel like our poster is already looking so amazing and it only has 2 days on it. Okay, so for heart twig, I wanted to put it around this outside edge here. So when I made this document, I made some of them double so we could put some patterns inside. I made some of them single so we could use it more like a vine. So I think we're going to do that with this one. Let's just use this top area right here. Mine is outlined in gold. If yours is, wonderful. If not, don't worry about it. And I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'm just going to cover up this so that my hand doesn't, smudge any of the pencil marks. Okay, so we're going to do it like on here as if this is a vine. And remember, if you make them really tiny, it's going to be hard to see. So I recommend making them kind of big. So let's just start here in the middle. And you can make yours go just to the edge of the gold or down past the gold. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of these, and I'm making them kind of large, like they're about the width of the end of my pen. I love when things are tiny and delicate, but I feel like for the purpose of filling in this poster, we don't want to be too small. All right, I've got a few in there. And then I'm just going to start with the basic one right over here. So I'm going to put in that little oval type leaf and then another one. I know we're working over this gold a little bit, but I think it still turns out so cool. Put in some of those flicks in the bottom. And I'm going to put a reflection just on one side of each heart. For this next one, I'm going to do more of a pointy leaf. And I'm going to do one on that side and one on that side, just for fun. Put in a little line and a dot. And I'll add some orbs. And put those flicks in the bottom of each heart and add a little reflection. I'm going to go do the basic one again, the first original one that has the little rounded leafy pieces on both sides. Those flicks in the bottom. And we can do a double reflection on that one. All right, for this next one, I'm going to put in a heart on each side of each of the hearts. So I end up with like 4 smaller hearts. Look how cute that is. Put little flicks in all of them. And then I'm going to do the basic one again over here. So just those rounded leaves. And the little flicks. And on this one, I'm going to aura that top heart and that bottom heart. Look at all those variations. Isn't that fun? I'm going to go over here and aura this one as well. And then just for fun, because we did that beaded line down here, I'm going to put in a couple of little delicate beaded curves. Just randomly. All right, I'm going to do some shading, then I'm going to add some red and some gold. All right, so the shading on these ones, I'm going to do like we did the first pattern. I'm just going to put that little bit in that bottom section of each heart. You could do the leaves as well, but I think I'm just going to do the hearts. And then push that gently up into each heart. And look at how that looks so different than the rest of them already. So pretty. All right, I'm going to grab my red and I'm going to go into these auras on the outside edge of these, and I'm just going to put some striping. I could color it all in red if I wanted to, but I think just the striping will be nice and delicate and add a little bit of texture. Then I'm going to color in that inside section. Now I've got gold there, so it's not going to show up very well, but the ones that you can see, so pretty. On this next one, I'm going to aura the whole thing with red. Just a nice light color around the outside that gives that kind of more of a flower feel. On this one, I'm going to color in the outside edge of those leaves. And that one. This one, I'm just going to add an aura around the heart part. And this last one, I'm going to add that striping again inside the aura. And I'm going to color the inside of those little leaves red. That looks quite pretty. So I did not leave a lot of space for the gold. This one's kind of delicate. It's hard to put on this thick gold pen. So what I'm going to do with my gold is I'm just going to put in a couple of little gold dot enhancements. So 3 little dots, 3 little dots. I might have to kind of bop it a few times on my scrap paper over there. 1, 2, 3. I'm not pushing down too hard because I don't want that ink to puddle. All right, look at that. So I'm going to stop there. If you want to keep going or add more, you can. At the end of these 14 videos, whatever extra space we have, we can go back and put more of these. So we can add some of this down here if we want, or out here, but we still have 11 more tangles to go. So I'm not quite ready to put that anywhere else yet, but I do love how that looks. All right, thank you so much for joining. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.